hold on, just checking where my camera is. Yeah, it's early morning, 6:05 in the morning. I got up at 5 a.m. did my kettlebell routine. Man, feels good, you know. I already got used to getting up this early. For some reason I don't feel like jogging anymore. Too much hassle. But 3 times a week at least I'm trying to do my strength exercises, you know. Wanna look like a Schwarzenegger when I'm 70. That's the plan. Even though, have you seen Schwarzenegger nowadays? Man, he rides that bike with tires 10 inches thick, and his arms are like before. His arms were like his legs. Now his legs are like his arms, and his arms are much thinner. Sorry, Arnold, I love you, but we all get old, right? So no, but what I wanted to say is that why I'm excited. So I was posting videos about this Uber saga, right? How it takes such a long time, and I'm still not done, right? I uploaded all the documents, and I'm still stuck at that TNDL, the Transportation Network Driver's License, basically like a taxi license to drive for Uber or Lyft. They made me go to the police station. They would not allow third-party background checks like everybody else does, right? Like you can go online and check your criminal record, you pay, and it's like 10 minutes, right? These guys know. They insisted on me going to the police station, and of course you have to book an appointment, and police are busy, right? Because we know that there's a lot of crime going on, right? So they're busy fighting crime, so they don't have time to take out of their busy schedule to take your fingerprints, especially, you know, they know you're not a criminal, right? So it's all BS, right? All these criminal checks, like no, I'm joking, but I mean, you spend so much time and money when I know for a fact that, you know, I'm good, I never been to prison, and I have to prove it to everybody just to drive a cab. But anyway, so and then Uber just, I think the other day, yesterday, yeah, again, every day I'm talking to the support via chat. It says call us. Like when you click on help, one of the options is help in person, or call us or chat with us, right? So I was chatting with them, and now I thought, hey, maybe I should try calling, you know, maybe, because it looks like all their names are like mostly consonants, you know, like the support staff. So they're somewhere in India or China, you know, it's all out of the country, offshore support. They don't understand you very well, because I can see they are pasting the same responses, you know. Whenever I say, like, what's the problem? Okay, documentation and setting up account, and right away they start pasting blocks of text, the same I saw before. Basically they don't type anything themselves, they just have, you know, preloaded you know, templates. Okay, this guy is asking about this, okay, boom, here's the response. That's all they know how to do, right? And so finally, this last couple of days, they probably can see the history that I'm bugging them every day. Finally they said, okay, you should, if you haven't seen your TNDL yet, why would I see it? Like, you haven't even submitted my application to City of Calgary yet. Otherwise I would have received notification from licensing department. That's what they told me. They told me the system generates an email to me once they receive my application. Yeah, the guy just cut me off, and in the back it says new driver, no signaling, nothing. He just came from the ramp from Métis Trail. New driver, and the speed limit is 60, he's doing 75. I probably should put that sticker on the back, new driver, you know, then I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I feel funny today. I feel I have a sense of humor, you know, all because of the kettlebells. So anyway, so finally they get tired of me chatting with them, so they say, okay, you have to schedule a video call with support. if you haven't seen your license yet. And the guy sends me a link. It's a generic link to the help section. So, but I click on that help in person, and turns out that's what it is. When it says help in person, they mean video call. And again, you cannot just start the video call right away. You have to schedule it. And I scheduled it last week for this Friday, right? And so I chatted with them again yesterday. I said, well, you know, I scheduled the video call like you suggested, but it's a week away, so maybe there's something you can do today. Like, you can tell me if you applied to the city of Calgary on my behalf. And again, the guy starts pasting blocks of text. You know, no, you have to schedule video call. You should see an email from city of Calgary in a couple of days. Like, same BS I saw before, right? Again, they don't provide any support. They're like robots, right? But anyway, why am I excited today is because it occurred to me when I read a couple of comments on these Uber videos. You know, when I said, I think the last video I called stuck in a SOS, stuck in a Uber limbo, because it's true. I'm between two worlds. I submitted them all the documents and nothing's happening. And one guy looks like he's doing Uber in Toronto, and over there he says the system is easier, it's quicker. So he told me, he wrote in the comment, he says, try signing up with Lyft while you're waiting for Uber, because you have all the documents, right? I have my commercial registration, right? I have my background check, I have, you know, proof of insurance, everything. And so he says, try signing up with Lyft, Lyft, right? The other rideshare company. And he says Lyft will push through the application for this TNDL, the license, and then you can just, you know, it's not limited to one company. That city of Calgary kind of like rideshare driver license, so you can work either for Uber or Lyft. It doesn't specify which one. It just gives you the right to be kind of like a taxi driver for any of these two companies, right? And so he says, once you get that from Uber, from Lyft, you know, you just take a picture and submit it to Uber. And so I thought, hey, that makes a lot of sense actually, you know, because I had the same situation when I was setting up food deliveries with Uber last summer, right, when I was doing it full time, and it was also taking a very long time. And so I said, screw this, and I while I was waiting for the results, actually I started signing up with DoorDash. And actually DoorDash, I got everything going in like 2 days, and I was still waiting for Uber. And so I remember I actually started deliveries with DoorDash, but they didn't have much work. They were not very busy. But then finally Uber came through, right? And so Uber, yeah, there's more work, you know, even though it's cheap, but you can choose which one. And so it's pretty much the same situation now. And so why am I so excited is that I started yesterday. As I was sitting in my car, I was trying to do some food deliveries. There was nothing, and I read this comment, right? And so yesterday around like 5 o'clock, so I started setting up Lyft from my phone, sitting in my car, you know. So and it was not even an app. Like they didn't even ask me to download the app yet. It was, you know, I just Googled, you know, how to become a Lyft driver in Calgary, and the website opened up, and I did everything on their website. I signed up, you know, with my phone number, with my email address, and then they said, okay, step one, you know, okay, your driver's license, what kind of car do you have, you know, make, model, color. Next, upload your registration, your insurance, you know, stuff like that. And then the last one was, and I went home because they were asking me for driver's abstract. right? And I know I have one because I just got one for Uber. And I go home, I find the driver abstract, I take a picture, and then I keep doing other things they were asking me to do. And then like background check, yeah, like right there, they don't even ask you for any money. They say they use a third-party provider, not police, third party, for checks. I didn't have to pay anything, you know. And so while I was doing that, I see a message says your driver abstract was rejected. Like, what? Reason older than 30 days. I'm like, wait a second. So I look at the date. Sure enough, that's how much time I wasted with Uber. So I got that driver abstract. That's when I started doing all this, you know, setting up the account. I got it in May 1st, right? And today is already what, June 4th? So it's definitely more than 30 days. And so Lyft says basically everything is cool, but you have to submit a more recent driver's abstract. And so today after work, I'm gonna go to the DOT office, or registry as we call it here, and pay another 25 bucks or 30 bucks and get a driver abstract. But so I did the background check, like they were asking me, you know, questions, you know. And so I got it into my car in the morning, just now, and that's why, sorry that the phone is shaking, because I put it on my magnetic thing, and it's not super steady. But actually, this is the first time I try this. Like, super nice, you know. I can see myself, I can see my face. I have to remember where the camera is, right? And so I got into my car, and just out of curiosity, I click on I already downloaded the Lyft Uber driver app, and I see a message. It says, good news, your background check is complete. Like, what? I just entered all the information they asked me to enter yesterday around, I don't know, 6:30. And these guys worked tirelessly through the night. They didn't ask for any fingerprints, just basically based on information. Yeah, I entered, you know, my name, where I was born, you know, date of birth, stuff like that, and that's it. And now they said, okay, click on the click here to see the checklist, how many items you have left. Oh, and they say, congratulations, you're one step closer to picking up your first passenger. You know, like, I'm telling you, I like how Lyft does it. You know, they bring some excitement to the table, where Uber is just, okay, next step, this, you know. It's like a robotic, you know, conveyor at a factory. And then it gets stuck because one wheel is broken, right? And people don't speak English. They don't understand how to provide support. So Lyft works through the night to check my background. And so it looks like all I have to do now is do the driver's abstract, and to go, you know, get it, pay the money, and take a picture, because everything else is done. Oh, and of course, vehicle inspection, right? I did it, 1 week ago. They recognize the same vehicle inspection, ELVIS. It's called Enhanced Livery Vehicle Inspection Standards, ELVIS. Basically, it's I think they use it for taxis as well, not just Uber or Lyft, but basically, yeah, to make sure that your car is safe, because, you know, you're going to be carrying passengers, right? It's not just you who will get killed if your car is old and broke. And so I had that one, so that's what I uploaded yesterday. So ELVIS vehicle inspection, copy of insurance. Again, they didn't ask any questions what kind of insurance you have. It's just standard insurance, of course, with liability and stuff, because it's compulsory here in Canada. And then, yeah, copy of my both sides of the driver's license, and then my social security number, make and model, and the color of my vehicle. And then additionally, they asked to put in my license plate, even though it was on the registration. So I put in that one, and of course I already have a commercial registration. I have commercial livery plate. And so, yeah, so Lyft was way easier because I already had most of the stuff they wanted, right? And so the only, background check, and I still uploaded. I have that thing from the police. I took a picture for them. Maybe it helped as well. Uh, and the driver abstract, and that's it. So I think actually with Lyft, I probably will start sooner than with Uber. Just like what happened in last summer when I started setting up Uber for food, and it took so long. Then I switched to DoorDash, and it took like 2 days, And so I already started moving stuff out of my car to make sure everything is, and I clean it up. I bought some, spray to clean leather and stuff like that. So now the car looks pretty good. In the back, it's super comfortable. It's all leather. There's a elbow support there where you can put actually a cup of coffee or a drink. It's a nice little car to be a passenger in, And of course, I have my satellite radio, which I have to renew because it expires. I had 1 year free. It expires on June 16th. So I'm gonna renew my satellite because I have access to all kinds of music, So maybe I can, if a passenger gets in and they look okay, maybe I can say, hey, you want to listen to some music, or what kind of music would you like? Just maybe set some nice Sinatra or chill or Super Hits 1. I'm looking at my screen here. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited that Lyft was so quick. Uber too slow.